Hello everybody and welcome back to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Avi and today I will be playing the disgusting detective man Shiro Azumi. And today I am joined by the wonderful...
Hello, hello everyone. I am Noodle or pasta or udon or whichever variation thereof you are feeling like today. And I am going to be bringing along a horrible, terrible beanpole who he was having a good day. He was having a good day, but the plot does not like him. Poor Jubilee.
Yeah, Jimmy, you have just, finished, having a rather pleasant, what would you say, lunch?
Lunch.
Yeah, in a cafe, a coffee shop in Villestown called the Painted Lady, and afterwards you've decided to head out of town.
Can never stay too long, you know? Just get too comfortable. Things are too nice. Should probably get moving before things start catching up with him.
All right, um, horrible.
I totally don't know what that is whatsoever. Should I be rolling anything?
Not yet. First tell me like where exactly you are. You have not decided to take the teleportation station. Is that right?
Right. He actually pointedly avoids that. Oh, dog. Sorry. I guess my dog is gonna have a cameo here.
That is fine.
Um, but no, he's avoided the teleportation circle very pointedly and instead is walking out of town following the train tracks. Kind of
Um,
been a little reckless, I'd say, considering the fact that he is literally walking along the train tracks.
whew, yeah. And so that was a stealth.
Hmm.
Um,
Juby, can you even beat that? No, he can't even beat that. So, yeah.
with my head in my hands.
Mm-mm. No. Even with a nat 20, Juby just does not know he's being followed.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's gonna be. This is going to be wonderful. Okay, let me.
Hmm.
So you're walking along the train tracks, as you do.
Yeah.
Um, um, and it's been pretty quiet, for a while, but, uh, uh, shoot, I lost. Okay, there we go. Um, After a moment, you do hear, something from behind you, and it is a person's voice, and you hear somebody say, "Pleasant day for a stroll, isn't it?"
Hmm, yep. That's gonna need something. Yeah, no, he does not handle this well. Does not mask his surprise at all. Um, Jubilee does jump a little bit. If you, if he could, you'd think his color would jump out of his line art from how hard he startles. And immediately spins around on his heel to see who is following him. Like, pardon, hello, what? What, huh?
Uh, and directly behind you is a real kind man. Uh,
Hmm.
Kind of long. Sorry, the baby is screaming in the background. That's probably gonna catch on mic. Um, and he's a real kind of long hair, brownish. Pretty brown eyes. But like they're kind of brown where you could easily mistake them for red. Um,
Hmm.
and he is wearing a coat that is suitable for late winter. Um, And he's giving you a pleasant smile.
Yeah. If this was any other tune, they might be at ease with the fact that this is just a nice person. However, Jubilee is paranoid. He's exceedingly paranoid. And this is odd because he's pointedly, going along the train tracks that people don't walk along because the teleportation circles get you places faster and easier, and he's taking the long route. And this dude is just here. So he collects himself somewhat and, like, looks this guy up and down and, okay, so what do you want?
Oh, nothing too
I'm,
serious. I just wanted to have a chat, that's all.
uh-huh. Well, you see, I'm a bit busy with going someplace. If you just want to find someone to talk with, I mean, really, there's more
Are you
pleasant
Jubilee?
convers. Excuse me.
Are you Jubilee?
Mm, well, that's an attempt at deception as he just tries to not react. Like, maybe. Depends on who's asking.
He kind of pauses, like he's trying to like figure out a way to say this to get the point across, but to like not scare you immediately into running. um, but then he
I,
kind of just relents and settles on Shiro Azumi. I happen to be an acquaintance of Camille Christie's.
oh, you know the brat. Oh, oh. Look, whatever nonsense he's probably gotten into, it's firstly, A, not my fault. I'm not involved with any of it. Secondly, I'd like to keep his business out of mine, thanks. So whatever you're about to ask or do or anything, don't involve me. I have better things to be doing. Bye. And he's going to turn on his heel and start walking away along the train tracks again.
Oh no, he is definitely following you.
Hmm.
um, I'm trying to figure out how he would word this. Um, and he goes, "Oh, it's not anything that I well, you happen to be involved with whatever led up to Camille's suspension, so I was wondering if you could give me some insight into that."
Oh, you're not going to let it down. All right. So, point being, the kid was out in the middle of nowhere, took probably the worst train possible. Like, even for my standards, let's be honest, they're probably pretty low. Just out, worst train, in the middle of the night, went, got into a good bit of danger. And I think I'm already inconvenienced enough with having to be responsible around a child. So I just left a letter because he said he worked with some detective agency. I remembered what the card showed. So I left a letter explaining what had happened. And whatever else happened from there, I wash my hands of it because I simply explained. That's it.
So tell me, how does that exactly lead to you tripping a child?
Uh, well, for one, he was very distracted and should have seen it coming. He's just Jubilee is. Oh man, how well are you handling this? You don't like this, my boy. It's a little shakier. Uh, he's got a grin on his face. But it's pretty static. For how animated this guy is, his grin is not moving whatsoever. It's just that was a bit of payback for the kid doing something incredibly stupid.
Such as?
Oh, he was gonna walk into traffic to prove a point. Like, who does that? I mean, if you're connected to him, honestly, you lot should be keeping a better eye on that menace.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Yeah,
He
he's
kind of just
associating with terrible sorts.
he rubs the bridge of his nose and he just goes, "Still, you could have gotten a point across without having to harm the child." Goodness.
For one, it wasn't that bad. Secondly, again, like I said, I was exceedingly obvious about it. He could have moved. And just, I mean, to be fair, the kid did try to punch me earlier. So it's just a bit of payback. Why are you still following me? Why are we still talking about this? You got the information you needed.
Hmm. Well, to make this short, and he kind of, catches up to you, like keeping a pace with you, and he kind of like folds his hands behind his back. Uh,
Mm.
and if you're looking down towards him, he has a very pleasant smile on his face, and he says,
Mm-hmm.
"Well, I know for a fact that Camille is perfectly capable of taking care of himself, and well, I'm not exactly one to judge the sort of people he tends to associate with, considering that a good majority of them are associated with the law, myself included. But let me make myself clear. If you ever
Mm-hmm.
harm that child again, I will beat your ass into the ground. Alright?"
Uh, oh wait, you're serious. Oh, hmm. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. Oh, okay, that's cute. Yeah. Uh-huh, sure. Yeah. This is some kind of shovel talk, is it? I mean, oh, oh, that's what this is. Okay. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Yeah. Let's be honest here. I make no promises. If the kid stays out of my way, he stays out of my way, and everything's fine. If the kid gets himself hurt, it's not my responsibility. So kindly peck off.
With all due respect, which is to say none, no.
Well, good to know the level of respect is mutual. You've proven your point. I've taken your words into consideration. And you can leave now. Like said, what are you gonna do? Are we going to fight here? I don't think so. Because, I mean, honestly, do you really want to get into a fight with a criminal, with a villain? That's dumb.
Did you just call yourself a villain?
Yes.
You, a gambler!
I've done my fair share. Pardon me. You're supposed to be aligned with the law, aren't you? You found my name. You've probably found my record.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no wonder you're called Jubilee. Oh, good lord.
And what's that supposed to mean?
And you see him like take a moment to gather himself, kind of like wipes like a finger just underneath his eye as if to like wipe away a tear, and he says, he kind of lowers his voice and says, I would be very careful about who you go to while calling yourself a villain. You never know who may be listening to you.
What? Are you one of those hero types who's gonna come and ruin my day, bring me in, save the world from the big bad
Quite the
guy?
fucking opposite. Unlike you, if I need to be the villain in order to protect a child, I don't care. I will be.
So that's your deal. Just how aligned with the law are you actually?
Are you willing to find out?
Oh, why not? Let's be honest, you're not leaving me alone. Sure. Go on. Prove it. You say I'm no villain. Just how bad are you?
Well, certainly I'm not a coward who runs from place to place without being able to face his own consequences.
A coward? You don't.
Then
Bloody
tell
well know
me,
half of it.
tell me, why are you running?
I'm. Oh. Oh, the roles are fitting. Yeah, he splutters a bit, and he'd have to look around. Oh, Juby. Oh, Juby. Yeah. He makes a quick glance around, doesn't see what he's looking for, and just. I don't think he can answer. He's caught off guard. Like, trips over his tongue several times, can't get the words out.
And the smile on his face kind of turns into something that's a little bit more twisted. And he goes, stepped on a nerve, did I?
Not a coward. Just because
Was...
I am avoiding certain things doesn't make me a coward. It's survival. I'm keeping myself from having them. I'd rather like to stay alive, thank you.
Would you call this living?
Yes. I mean, I'm not dead, so yes. You're such a prick.
Oh, goodness. You really are a coward, aren't you? Too afraid to face whatever it is you're running from. You gamble to find something, anything. And all the while you're standing here, walking along the track of a train. And do you even know where you're going? What sort of end goal you're reaching for? Goodness,
I know what awaits
you
me.
look so lost.
What the hell do you know about any of this? Genuine, what do you know? You are
Quite a
claiming to know.
bit, thank you.
Oh, really? Really? I mean, come on, now. You claim to know so much about me, say I'm so lost. No, I know very well where I'm going to end up, let's be honest. Because I'm like, some of us are just, victims of the plot. Because it's going to happen. I can't do anything to change it. I've tried, believe me, I have very, very much tried to change my fate. I know where I'm going. I do. I really do. So, genuinely, how am I possibly lost? How could I possibly be lost? How could you know
Because
anything
you're
when you're
passive.
someone good?
Oh, look
Huh.
at you.
And you're
Blaming
so
it
active
all.
yourself.
Blame. Well, would you call me coming out here to talk to you? You think I would have
I, s-
passively let you just
I'd say it's trying to feed your own ego. You claim you know so much, why not? Sure, kick a man while he's down. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I ought to shoot you right here and now.
That's unfortunate. You know what? Go on. And he opens his arms wide.
Alright.
Shoot me. You won't.
He pulls a hand to the lapel of his jacket, reaches the other hand in, pulls out a gun.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. There's he stays stood where he is, but the outline of his grin gets pretty wobbly. Uh, but he doesn't move.
Okay. I
Oof.
I did roll.
Oof. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um
Azumi doing a violence. Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah,
bullet
that'll hit.
the bullet comes right next to your ear.
Oh. Oh, Juby, 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 Juby. Hmm. He doesn't move. That grin stays wobbly as ever, but he does not move.
Hmm.
And you missed.
I got my point across. I'm not afraid to be the villain. Apparently, you who trounces around and gambling and playing music and wandering from place to place, you call that villainry.
I've ruined more than enough lives in my time. It's not just gambling. I mean, that's the avenue for it. But money is unfortunately a big deal for people. You take that all away from them, and it changes everything for the worse. So I do happen to think that, yeah, gambling is a bit of villainy. Just a bit. It's not so far as, uh, who knows, blowing up a city like that kid suggested. No.
Hmm. Then prove it.
Pardon? Are you doing the same thing he did? Saying to go do that I wouldn't?
I'm saying, if you're truly capable of such evil acts, prove to me you are capable of doing your fucking worst. Or shut up about the villain act. Because quite honestly, I'm not buying it.
Do you even know what you're saying? What you're goading? What you're trying to make happen?
Are you afraid? Oh, do you suddenly have morals now?
I, I didn't say that. saying I don't want to be someone's puppet made to go make a crime happen just so you know exactly who did it so you can solve it and be a big hero on display for
What
whatever.
the hell do you know?
Oh, did I strike a nerve? Hmm. Oh dear, oh dear. I see those dice. Yeah, 17.
That was a deception roll.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Juby, can you beat that? Let's see. Nope. Mm-mm. Dice parser, very rude. He can't he can't read that, but he does lower his arms finally and kind of tuck them into the pockets of his jacket. So, that got a strong reaction. Oh, Mr. Detective, what are you hiding from the public? What are you hiding from that kid? You know, for all he is a menace and a little shit. You know, I do think he cares about people and that he wouldn't want something bad to happen to other people. And here you are, dancing along with a flame near a fuse to something you don't know. Are you really sure you want to take that gamble?
I've already lost my life once.
Oh, join the club.
One more is not going to hurt.
You're not special for having died. Plenty of people have died. But again, I make my point. You're stuck with the kid. I can walk away, obviously. But what are you putting on display for that little menace? If you're so willing to push someone whose limits you don't know. Can you handle those consequences? Oof.
Alright, that was a whiz
Those are
save.
symbols.
That was a whiz
Mm-hmm.
save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God for the advantage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, 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 okay.
To put my head in my hands.
Ugh.
There is this. Okay, I'll flavor this because it is advantage. There is the briefest moment where his expression changes into something that you don't know how else to describe, but animalistic and feral before he seems to gather himself and kind of just huffs and says, "At least I'm willing to face my consequences."
Oh, I did make you mad. Well, that's fun. Okay. I don't, I don't need to face them because they're going to catch up with me eventually because I know I'll have to. And I know they'll come for me. So before that happens, I think I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. You know, the few things I'm good at.
Why are
So
you
I can
so
at least.
concerned with Camille if you've been calling him a brat this entire time?
Don't worry about it. He shrugs. The kid owes me another meal. I'd hate to lose a free lunch.
I'm inciting that, by the way.
Go ahead.
Oop, not gonna make it.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Not gonna make it.
Nope.
So he's just useful to you.
And, you know, so long as he's busy elsewhere, he's not getting in my problems. Honestly, I really mean, you should be grateful for the fact that I'd rather, avoid a detective. I mean,
Are
you
you
clearly,
avoiding the detective or are you avoiding something else?
I don't possibly know what you mean.
Because if anything the past few minutes have taught me, it's that, well, perhaps we really do have a lot more in common than I was expecting. And if we are so like, I think you may be afraid of caring.
Me, afraid of caring? Oh, please, I don't care. Why would I care? That's a brat who decided he was going to cause problems for me.
And
And
yet, you had enough you had enough in you to tell me to think of the child.
because I want you to leave. I want you to leave me alone. Because, again, you're out here, clearly.
How long has it been since you've been able to look at yourself in the reflection?
Well, I could ask you the same thing. You probably know the answer already.
That's all the answer I need. Fine.
Have you? Fine.
Fine. Do what you
You're
want.
done.
Do what you want. Prove it, don't prove it. Well, I already seen the kind of man you are. And if you are capable of going as far as you're able to, well, perhaps I should have shot you there. One less scumbag to worry about.
All for the better. But I still don't see what you get out of this.
Does it matter at this point?
Bit. Call it curiosity. I mean, so far, for one, I'd
I
consider this
just
doing pretty
want
well.
to ensure that Camille is not getting hurt by others. Because clearly, villain or not, you don't seem to. Never mind.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, actually, Actually, I don't think we're done here. No. Let's go over that a little bit. Because, let's see, we're similar. I supposedly don't care about things because, and you supposedly don't care about things, and yet, again, I turn the mirror right around to look at you because you say you care about this kid. You want to keep him safe. You want to make sure he's not associating with villains. And, making sure he's not getting hurt. And I look at you. Hmm. You know, that kid's real smart. What happens when he finds out what you are? What are you going to do then? Just how far would you go? Because clearly you're willing to shoot me. Oh, I have no doubt about that. You're willing to silence me. Basically a nobody,
Does it
let's be
matter
honest.
at this point? Well,
Well,
by the time by the time he figures it out, I would have already made my decision and I would be back in Yeto in a jail cell.
you think that's gonna stop him?
I think it will keep him safe.
I think you're naive. I think you're very naive. Because if someone, unfortunately, happens to give even an ounce of care about someone else, it leads them to making terrible, stupid, rash decisions and to not let go of things that they should, even when it's for the better.
You sound like you know.
I have an example. So, yes, I know something that should be let go of and hasn't. And it's caused endless trouble for the past few years. So, if that problem has not let up for years, sincerely doubt yours would let up when it comes to that brat. So, you really should run along now. Go clean up your act somehow. Be the detective, the law-abiding one that gets all his cases. And leave me to my fate.
He kind of
And
pauses and his gaze flicks you up and down and he goes,
mm,
fine.
mm. I think he turns and starts to try walking off again, shoulders hunched. Oh? Oh?
Uh, a gunshot, another one,
Oh!
at your feet. Not hitting it, but
He pauses, looks back over his shoulder.
I'd say go to hell, but I would never want to see you again.
The feeling's mutual. I'll still see you. And keeps walking.
And if I do see your names in the papers at some point, if you do somehow happen to fall off the deep end, well, I guess at that point you would have impressed me. Have a wonderful day, Jubilee.
I enjoy proving myself right. Farewell, Azumi. And with that, I do think the camera would start to pan up and away from those train tracks. Unless there's anything else to be said.
I'm trying to think, would he add anything else?
Would he let this horrible, terrible gambler get the last word?
I'm trying to think. Oh god, because he doesn't want to, but Avi, I'm trying to think of something he would say. It says, you either wait for your fate or you jump right into it. So, well, I'd say change, but at this point, I'd say you're rather incapable of it.
Oof. You want to roll some insight?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a dirty 20.
Yeah. Because for all he was ready to walk away, for all he was walking away, ooh, that stopped him. And it wasn't just stopping like he's going to turn around and, fire back with something. You could have basically just stabbed him with what you said, Azumi. That is very clearly hitting a nerve.
I think he just smiles and starts to walk away himself.
Mm-hmm. Nah, Azumi is allowed to go, because Jubilee could not face that. Oh, he could not. And like the coward that he is, Jubilee runs.
And thank you everybody for listening in!
Thanks, guys!
Oh my god! Oh my goodness.
Thank you all for listening. It was a great time. Thanks, Avi.
Oh, thank you, Noodle. Oh, this was wonderful. Man. Oh,
boy.
God.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
This is a totally normal FPS. Nothing happens here. Don't worry about it.
Totally normal FPS.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's good. It's great.
Oh my god. Thank you to our audience who are listening in right now, and also to any future listeners who are listening to the recording. I think that's a good place to end off, and we bid you all a good time zone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.